what do you think about the leak of so much evidence in Andrew Tate's case? I can see this as both positive and negative, but a lot of the leak is from himself, right? A lot of the leak is like he puts it out there himself. Oh no, but we have also like leaked information. Do you have the leaked information? Is that what you're going to show? Okay, show us.
It's very grotesque and very graphic.
Oh no!
So I don't think it's suitable for YouTube. I can play the subtitles, and anyone who has any doubts, you can put that. We'll include the link in the description. You can go and watch it for yourself or listen to it yourself. So basically, he sent this voice note to a girl he was involved with. And that girl is one of the 6 complainants who has accused him of sexual crimes, I would say. So he talks something like, listen to this. So what he says, something like, and you can tell that it's an old audio. He talks about raping her. He talks about choking her. He talks about he enjoys it and what's wrong with him if he does this. And, it's pretty grotesque. So obviously it sounds like the other person. And you can't hear the other side. Obviously, these are voice notes that he sent over a period of time to a woman who has accused him of rape. She's an English woman, British woman. So she reported the allegations to the police, but prosecutors declined to prosecute because they thought that, we spoke about it. The tribunal thought that we might not be able to get a conviction against him. So they dropped the case, but that doesn't acquit him per se, or that doesn't absolve him, or that doesn't necessarily mean that all the allegations were false. But when you're dealing with someone like Andrew Tate, people like that who break a law and they do these kind of things, sooner or later they're going to do it again, and they're going to reoffend until these people are caught. And that's what was happening. The authorities had been investigating for a long time. People say that him changing countries was also part of that, etc. So we don't know all these things, but all of these pieces fall into their place. And it makes sense what's been happening. But a lot of people are now, I've been listening to some experts as well, they're saying that he's probably going to go away for 20 years. The other 3...
20 years? Are you sure?
Least, yeah. He's going to go for at least... Well, again, some people are talking about it. Some lawyers are talking about it. They're saying that he's going to go for 20 years. His brother might go for 10 years or something because there's no allegation of rape. But he might be guilty of... sex trafficking. The other 2 women who were caught alongside the Tate brothers, they have also started snitching on them, which is a very common tactic that prosecutors use. They listen to this on the look at this. These are just subtitles. So there you go. He actually he complains about,
and we know this is not a kink thing. This is like
no. This is not. Well, by the sounds of it, it sounds like she's complaining that why did you strangle me or whatever, and he's saying,
okay, so it's not okay. So this is not a consensual kinky relationship. This is a threat.
This is reported by
Vice,
so we can only go by that. So they're saying that this is not it, and again, like he's saying, look, you didn't pass out, so what? I strangled you a little bit. Chill the F out, Jesus Christ. I thought, what did it say? I thought you were cool with that. What's wrong with you? Blah blah blah. So obviously, this other person is complaining about him doing what he did, and he's saying, what's wrong with that? Nothing happened. It's all cool. Blah blah blah. So,
he's not very smart, by the way. Even some of the leaked information are videos that he had in his course.
Yeah, like this. Do you want me to? We didn't play this one. Do you want me to play this next video? Where he's self-snitching. So here, I'm gonna play this video. So he's just snitching himself, and this is
I keep going on like, okay, this guy's an idiot, and I'm like, oh, actually, he's very smart in a scam, and then I listen to his self-snitching. I'm like, okay, no, he's an idiot. So I keep going back and forth. Like, he seems to be smart in scamming people. Not very smart at. Yeah, but he's not very good at keeping it. Like, he has in his courses, he has video admissions of tax fraud.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play all of them. So I'm gonna make multiple clips of Andrew Tate's confession. This is a new series that I've created, and there's a playlist. You can actually watch them all one by one. So here, Andrew Tate is on camera saying how he's taking advantage of single, lonely men. The very single, lonely men who are now defending him. Look how he scammed money out of this single, vulnerable, horny, lonely men. Listen to this.
And maybe this is a bit bad. Here's where the famoose would start. So it'd be good. Like, I had a lot of girls who worked for me, and the best was like the Ukrainians or the Russians. It was amazing because they'd get some guy, fall in love, they'd arrange the day to meet, all this shit. I need a visa. Okay, get a visa. I need money for a visa. Okay, how much is a visa? It's $900. No, but it's not $900 because I went to the embassy. They think I'm a risk, and I need a return flight there and back, and I need a hotel. I need to have spending money in my bank account. They won't let me come. Or how much you need? All right, 10 grand. Boom, it's 10 G's. Boom. Okay, thanks.
Wow.
Go to the embassy, take a picture outside the embassy. Boom, come back. They rejected my visa. They said we have to wait 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they'll give it to me. Okay, baby. Boom, 2 more weeks of tips. Boom, 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 boom. Because now he thinks he's gonna fuck, right? Thinks he get the girls. Now he's spending more than ever. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks come. Some other problem, whether it's visa, whatever. We make up some bullshit, right?
All these OnlyFans chicks can learn from you, man.
Oh, man,
no,
bro,
but you know, like a free
people watch
free OnlyFans tutorial.
Yeah,
here
people would say, why did those girls work for you? Because the girls would work for me, and at 50%, because it was 50-50, would make millions per month. If they worked for themselves, they'd make fucking nothing. I was the best in the fucking game.
It's not 50-50 either. He actually, in another video, he would tell you how he would shortchange them as well. So we'll play that video later.
Me, and I had a whole team of staff.
Yeah,
the girl would only work 6 or 7 hours a day online.
So how did it end?
Bro, the story's just begun.
Oh,
you want me to tell you? I can shut up if you want.
Wait,
Look at it. He's bragging. He's like, yeah, I can tell you how I scam people. So
he's just like, this is an admission to scam.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. No, but the tragedy here is, Armin, that he scammed these single, lonely, horny men who think that these hot cam girls are going to come and meet them. They've sent them 10 G's, and now he wants to get out of that, and then he delays it for these women delay it for further 2 weeks and keep getting further tips because these guys are horny and they think, yeah, this hot chick is coming to meet me. But listen how he scams further because he's still not done with it. The story has just begun.
Double dipped and started coaching to coach these guys too, right?
I could have, but fuck, I'll give it all for free because I'm rich already. But so the girl would be online for 6 or 7 hours, but then when she logged off, was sleeping or whatever, on her WhatsApp, I'd have staff. She was online 24 hours a day. Her WhatsApp, her this. She was famoosing when she was asleep. We were bringing in money from the fucking sky. We were promising all these meetings, all these pictures outside of embassies, all this shit. Eventually, the girl, what she would do is she'd say, oh, I don't want to go embassy. She'd give a really lame excuse to try and provoke the man to get angry. So she'd say, the embassy want me to come back, but I have a headache. That was the one we'd use. He'd be like, I just sent you $1 million. You promised you were going to come. You said you had to delay. Now you're saying you have a...
I think it's obviously, again, he's exaggerating as well. I just sent you $1 million. I don't think anyone would have sent him $1 million. But again, this is what happens with these kind of people. They brag. He's just trying to impress these two teenagers or whatever they are. They're like, hey, look how cool I am. Yeah, I can do anything I want. These people might not even have sent 10 grand. Like, it might be a small scam of $4,000, $5,000, $2,000 or something. They'll take anything. You'll take anything, right? If you're a little scammer, you'll take anything. But listen to this.
Fucking headache. You won't go to your appointment to make him mad on purpose because that would annoy any man. And then that's what we needed. We needed a little trigger. We go, why are you being aggressive? I'm not being aggressive, but you're not serious. And then we'd say, but you know what? I really like you, and I'm flying to the other side of the world by myself, and now you're being aggressive, and now I'm intimidated. Ooh. And we'd flip it on him, saying, well, now you're being scary. No, I'm not being scary, but you know, it's your appointment.
Gaslighting the guy.
You're supposed to go, yeah, but I feel sick, and you don't even care. Female bullshit. And flip it on him. Flip it on him. And he'd get fucking furious because we were really good.
Even his friends are disgusted. Yeah. Even his friends are disgusted. Like,
are they disgusted or they're like... because they might be one of those people who send this money to these.
Yeah, they can imagine themselves like chatting with those girls. Like, oh my god, I was begging Andrew Tate all this time instead of begging this beautiful girl.
Yes. Yeah, there's another video where he says that he himself is sitting on the other side. Tristan Tate we played that video.
Am I being immoral by thinking that these like, I know I should be feeling bad for the people he scammed, but I don't feel bad. I want to slap them. Like, they were giving like so much money to these girls, and the girl was like, "Oh, now you're being aggressive," and they were like, "Oh no, please, I'm not being
Now
aggressive."
you're being immoral.
Like how pathetic do you have to be as a man? Like, I want to slap you. I want to slap you. A girl was like, "Oh, you gave me so much money," and now she's saying like, "Oh, you're being so aggressive," and now you're on your knees begging her to be like, "No, no, I'm coming out. Like, you just want more money." Like, you need, maybe you should, like, I'm not upset that you were separated from your money. Like, I know this man should go. Andrew Tate should go to jail, but you deserved all the money you lost. Like, you are a pathetic. You're pathetic. You're pathetic as a man. Somebody should slap you. I mean, in Minecraft,
Being stupid is not a crime. I know what you mean.
No violence.
Yeah.
No violence. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But being stupid is not a crime. We can, once we go down that rabbit hole, then
I didn't say it's a crime.
No, but I know
I
you're
didn't say
saying
it's
that
a
you're not
crime.
so feeling sorry for them. You're saying that how pathetic.
Yeah, no, but I
can
didn't
sense your frustration.
I didn't say that they committed
I know you
anything
didn't say
illegal. I
that.
didn't say that they need to. I didn't say that they need to be punished. Okay, but I'm just saying it's a good thing maybe that they're separated from their money. Okay, because
No, it's not a good thing.
yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing
No.
because you need to learn your lesson. Okay, money. I mean, these people are not like they're rich anyways. Like, they're not going to be homeless or anything. Okay, maybe losing this money will make you look in the mirror and like, I need to change my I need to hard look at myself in the mirror because I am pathetic. I am.
Would you
not
say the same
person
thing
I should
to?
be.
Would you say the same thing to grandmas and grandpas who get scammed when they end up sending money to people in Nigeria?
Exactly not, because listen exactly to what I said about the difference. Okay,
It's just because sex. Yeah, this one is about sex. But these men, horny men, are being governed by.
You didn't listen to what I said. I said these people, okay, if they're rich and losing this money, they're still rich. It's not like they were going to become homeless or like.
You don't know it. Some.
Yeah,
no. There's actually. I'll quote you an example. There's actually one case.
Yeah, that guy I will feel sorry for. Okay, I'm
specifically
talking about rich, like people who are after losing this money, they're still like kind of rich and everything. If you're talking about a grandma or grandpa who's like losing their retirement money, or I will feel bad for that. If somebody is like, okay,
let's just go with this. These guys are like, oh wow,
it's your appointment. You're supposed to go. Yeah, but I feel sick, and you don't even care. Female bullshit, and flip it on him, flip it on him, and he'd get fucking furious because we were really good at
playing
fucking
both sides.
Poking him to the point where you go like, "You're a fucking scammer, you fucking scam me." You're really mad. I can't believe you think I was a scammer. I was gonna come. I went to the embassy. You're a fucking liar. Every man in my life has only lied to me. I thought you were different. Big beef, big argument, big argument. But here's the thing.
Wait, one second.
Right? And leave. Stop tipping her. Stop coming to her.
Yeah. Well,
do you know what that sounds like? Do you know what that sounds like?
What
that sounds like the Matrix. That sounds like an effing Matrix. That's like you're in a dream and somebody is pulling the strings and you don't know that you're in a fake world. You know what that's called? That's called the Matrix. This guy is the Matrix. This guy that is telling everybody that the Matrix is after me, he's the Matrix. He's after you.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's a very good point. The
guy would get pissed off, right, and leave. Stop tipping her. Stop coming to her. But for these men, that's the only chick in the world.
Listen to this part. Now, this is how manipulative this is. Now I feel sorry for those men. But listen to this.
Okay, but for these men, that's the only chick in the world, the only hot chick in the world who talks to him. Maybe it takes a week. Maybe it takes 2 weeks. Maybe it takes 3 weeks. He's in bed at night, alone, jerking off, looking at her old videos and pictures, watching her stream again from another account so she can't see it's him, sitting there going, maybe she was going to come.
Yes.
Maybe I just got too mad when she had a headache. Maybe I should have been a little.
Maybe I should send her 10 grand again.
I do feel bad for him. But
I don't know why I'm finding this funny now.
This is the cell. Now you don't feel bad. Now I feel bad. Switch.
Someone Shaquille, I think someone in the chat just wrote that Harris, you don't understand the power of simping.
This is the self-proclaimed savior of men, of young men. This guy that is trapping scamming men and telling them and making them feel that they're scamming the girl, like turning it on them, right? This guy who's taking advantage of young, lonely men, people are claiming that he is the one that is saving young men, the one who's like scamming them out of their money, you taking their loneliness against them, using it as a weapon against them.
Listen to this. So now this guy's like, oh shit, maybe I jumped the gun. Maybe she was definitely going to come. What does he do now?
A little bit more patient, and she would have been my girlfriend. And 100% of the time, in less than 3 months.
100%. I thought maybe, it might be 40, 50% of the time, but no, because he has already invested some money into this.
Oh my God.
4 grand, 5 grand or something, 10 grand. He's already invested some money and he's thinking, hang on, I'm still lonely. Nothing's happened. So maybe this is what happens with addicts, and they go back for more. And this is what's going to happen.
With an apology, a brand new pile of money, and the cycle would repeat. We fucking killed the game. Millions of dollars a week.
Wow.
And it was not just because I had beautiful girls. It's not because webcam is easy. It's because I am a genius. And I put together an apparatus of genius behind the avatar of beauty. And we fucking conquered the internet.
They love it. So
You're loving
this is what happens with these narcissist people. Now he wants to tell the world that I'm a freaking genius. I'm running this massive scam operation. I want people. I want these 20, 22-year-old kids to worship me. How are they going to worship me? I'm going to tell them exactly how I run my crime network.
Okay, advice to young men. Okay, if a girl or a woman tells you, okay, is trying to play games with you, and like you need to do this, so I know that this is serious. Okay, like I don't know, like act like making you buy them gifts, or okay, if you buy gifts for women, okay, it has to be because you planned it. If you get a smallest amount of hint that you are being played, you run. Okay, if they try to manipulate you, you don't play. Okay, when a girl or a woman is manipulating you for you to show them more interest, that's when you cut interest. That's when you show less love. Okay, that's when you don't reciprocate. You stop right there. Okay, and when they don't think that you're gonna love them, that's when you go open it up. Okay, it should be on your terms. Okay, do not become their dancing little dolls. Okay, little like puppet dolls. Okay, what is that called? Like little strings. Okay, make sure you cut those strings.
Puppeteers.
Yeah, make sure you cut those strings. Okay, like you have to be a teenager if you don't understand when you're being played. Okay, if you're a grown man and you're still like wondering, like maybe if I buy her a gift, she will love me. Okay, you are being played. Okay, if a woman is loving you because you buy her a gift, you are being used. You run away from that relationship. You might think that this will eventually turn into a loving relationship. It won't. You're being used as a wallet. Okay, if you buy a gift, it has to be because you planned it. You have to figure out if you're being played or not. This is very important. Okay, because the thing is that you keep chasing. If you keep going down that road, you think like this is fake right now, but I could turn it into something real eventually. Okay, if you buy the gift, if you give the attention, when she's complaining, if you just like bend the knee and like try to make her feel better when she's crying, like if the crying and the complaining is being used is because of something else in her life, then you go there and you hug and you kiss and you try to make her feel better. But if it's being used as a weapon against you, you do not do that. Okay, because that will turn into a habit, because you are training her that this is how you could be manipulated. Okay, so you stop doing all of that. But I'm not saying don't be a caring man, don't be a loving man. Okay, just make sure that the caring and loving is being done because you are deciding when you want to do that, not because she is manipulating. It's not good for you. It's not good for her. You both better move away from each other if you're being used like that. But I'm just saying that the love and respect that you want, you will never achieve that in that kind of a relationship. You will never, and you always know back in your mind that this is not real love, that this is not the attention that you deserve. If you have money, okay, and you can spend it, okay, don't spend it for a very long time in a relationship, okay? Like wait a couple of years into a relationship. If you're a rich person and you could shower somebody with gifts and trips, okay, if you do that at the beginning, you never know if this is real love. Wait 1, 2, 3, 4 years and then do all of those things so that you know that you actually have built a bond based on.
Okay, good advice. Love. Let's move on. Okay, good advice. So, but this, like I was talking to a friend, and I was like, man, when I look at my social media, I feel like, what clown world are we living in? Like this, we could not have imagined. Is it just because all the idiots or on Twitter and social media. Because when I go out to get my coffee, when I speak to normal people, they look normal. But I'm like, then you know what I think when I look at them, I start thinking, are you one of those idiots who idolize Andrew Tate or something? Or, or have these wacky ideas about COVID and all of this kind of crap. Yeah. But this is how bad it is. Sarah has just said this, and I think it's not just the Muslim children. She's saying the Muslim school children I work with worship him. We have several school assemblies about him, but the students don't listen, especially the vulnerable ones, the ones with ADHD or dyslexia, etc. It's so hard to get through the kids, especially the boys, about him. Having said that, listen to this. The news story came out last week. UK schools developing lessons to re-educate teens brainwashed by Andrew Tate's misogynistic content. I just say, I was just talking about forget about the academics and all that. One charismatic, I know, sorry for the lack of better term, but one charismatic activist or influencer can come around and he can destroy the entire social fabric of our society, and and it can just make people go nuts. So I think people like Andrew Tate are we can no longer see these people as just it's just social media, it's just entertainment. Look how easy it was for him when he was presented in the court. You know what he said? He said, I was just playing a character. So all this crap that millions of teenage boys and men are getting inspiration from, he can just quickly turn around and say, well, I was just playing a character, I was fooling these people. So I'll wrap it up and then we'll go to another confession. But when this is what he does, so to make matters worse, how he was scamming thousands of dollars out of these single, horny, lonely men who also worship Andrew Tate. When these guys thought that they were actually talking to some hot webcam chick, they weren't even getting that. They had Andrew Tate on the other side. They had this guy on the other side pretending to be a chick.
She makes money when she's on the platform, yes. She makes fans when she's on the platform, yes. But then, if you have super fans that have her WhatsApp or have her Skype or follow her on Twitter or on her Instagram, you can interact with them 24 hours a day. Even if she doesn't want to work or she's asleep, you can send out a tweet, you can do the WhatsApp, you can do the Skype, you can generate money. So with my old Skype list for my girl, like I said, I used to go through there and say, I'm having my nails done today, or I'm having my hair done today. Anyone who sends me the money for my hair, I'll send exclusive pictures to. And I'd say like it was $100 for the hair. 5 guys would send $100, so I get $500. She'd do her hair, and they'd all get the same picture, thinking it was exclusive. $500 for just little things like that. You got me a hustle. It's a hustle.
It's a hustle. And this is obviously an older video. So, I mean, this is a lesson for all. I could never get into it. I could never understand why anyone would pay for porn or webcam or anything. To be honest, I'm not being innocent here, but like people can consume this kind of stuff free of charge. That's how I thought it would work, wouldn't it?
No. But people pay not because they want to see the video, it's because they want to see the video was made for them. It's about the
personalized. It's personalized. Yes, it's a bit of.
They think that this is like exclusive because it's exclusive. Like the whole exclusive part of it makes them because they think that this girl went out of their way to record this. It's not just like tits or feet or butt. It's not just that. It's just like this was made for me. But it's a fake sense of a relationship. It's a fake. And now we have by the way, now we have AI that does that. So we could like talk about that later. Wow. We have AI relationships already there now, like AI. Okay.
Let's do a poll. I'm going to do a poll here, which David Wood asked. He said, "Who is a worse example for young men to follow? Andrew Tate or Prophet Muhammad?" Prophet Muhammad still wins over 2,500 votes.
I mean, come on, obviously, Muhammad still.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
No, but we're just looking at the moral example. Like it's just a joke. All right, are we done with Andrew Tate's confessions, or do you want to hear some more confessions?
I want to hear some more confessions, actually. Yeah.
So now this is more sinister. So the first confession that
wait, can I before you play that condition, the last tweets that the last comments that you highlighted, I want to respond to that because I don't know what they're teaching in school about Andrew Tate to counter him, because that could backfire. Okay, if you tell kids that, hey, this guy is trouble, you're just making him cooler to kids, So I don't know. Do you think that could backfire? Like telling kids, like, "Hey, don't listen to that guy. That's not cool. This is cool." People are like, "Okay, thank you for making him cooler." Like usually teenage boys. That's not. Yeah. Okay. Look. I was right. Sarah is saying it is backfiring. Yes.
I think it would. Yeah, you're probably right. I think this is a bit of an overkill, because once he goes to prison, people are going to forget about him. Government should actually just wipe him off social media's existence, because he's a convicted criminal, sex trafficker. I mean, we should just get rid of him for the next 4 or 5 years and forget about him. And I think that might be the sneakily, not explicitly, sneakily, I think you should get rid of it.
I think that makes him even cooler, though, being arrested like that. I mean, it's not good for him, okay? But for the effects on young boys, I think people like, the system has got it. He was telling the truth, and now the system is silencing him. So I think
this conspiracy theorist, man. Like, to be honest, there's Sam Harris did a wonderful thought experiment on COVID and vaccines and all of those kind of things. So I'm actually going to talk about it too. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't think I have an answer to it. But we can also not do anything. We also have this knee-jerk reaction that if something is going wrong, we need to we need to talk about it. So anyway, let's go to the
solution. I have a solution. Okay. So we cannot. So I think we need alternative role models for young boys, and you can't manufacture that. Okay, because if you try to make an anti-Tate, it's going to look so awkward and cringy, because it's obvious that you're trying to make an anti-Tate. Okay, but for a natural anti-Tate role model for young boys to present itself eventually, organically, without actually you trying to create it, you have to make the left-leaning environment less hostile to masculinity. Okay, I think like the reason why you don't see any role models for men coming out of the left is because the left has seen most expressions of masculinity as toxic masculinity, and it hasn't created an environment where role models could grow as content creators for young men. And I think that's what you need to change.
I mean, that's a fair point. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a fair point. I think the only way to defeat ideas is to counter them rationally. That's what we've done with religions, but it took us nearly 2,000 years, or maybe the entire of human civilization. But there were other reasons as well. But I am seeing that a lot of atheists are also buying into conspiracy theories. So I mean, I'm actually thinking a lot about this, like, I think I'll articulate it better some other time.
To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.